Hey guys, it's me Fox. Welcome into the extended edition of making the vise covers. In this video I will show you milling, 3D milling, sanding, brief sandblasting, anodizing, and the laser writing. I did the prototype covers out of acrylic, and it was a good opportunity to see how it will work, but acrylic wasn't the best choice, because when the machine heated up, the acrylic started bending, twisting and expanding to a point where I wasn't able to pull it off from in between the vices. That's why I made it out of aluminium, 10mm thick flat bar with slope for the water to drain and a nice handle so I can easily grab it to pull it off or to put it in. And without delaying it any further, I'm gonna show you the whole process, and I hope you're gonna find it interesting. I'm not sure if you can see from that angle, but I can see the spots when the coolant was off and when it was on. That's Not tremendous difference, but you can see shinier and kind of more round spots. Kind of interesting. In general, it's you can kind of feel the grooves on the flat, but here on the sides, it's pretty smooth. You can see those lines, but you can under the nail you can feel it, but under the finger you can't. It's kind of nice. I go with the sanding block, 100 grit, and let's see what happens. So that's how it looks half an hour later. I was hoping that would be a bit quicker, but yeah, I guess half an hour is not that bad. Yeah, now I'm gonna give it a bit of polish to make it very, very smooth before I'm gonna put it in the sandblasting. I drill the holes and tap them, and now I'm gonna use 2 screws. Use some Allen wrench. Yep, that's it. Yeah, as you can see, it looks pretty good. There is no visible gap. I mean, not really visible. Yep. I'm gonna be using a recycled sandpaper. I ran out, and that's the how I'm gonna sand it. To have those 2 parts perfectly flat. And beside, as a side effect, I'm gonna get rid of tooling. So far it looks like this. Not sure if you can see it. It's almost there. Just a few more. Okay, after putting some love into that thing and a bit of Scotch-Brite, looks like this. And now let's go into the sandblasting. So this is my sandblasting cabinet. It's the small one. I'm not a very big fan of it because you can't see shit. But anyway, I'll be using it because it has a pretty good sandblasting gun, and it doesn't use too much air, so that's good on the compressor. So the part goes inside, and it looks like this. So you can compare something before and after. Let the magic begin. And here it is. If you're wondering what I'm using aluminium oxide for sandblasting. It's good for anodizing. And yeah, that's the part. That's how it looks sandblasted. It's has some dirty spots, but as you can see, it's perfectly matte. I'm gonna do a close-up. Matte. Okay, now I'm gonna undo the screws and put it into a anodizing rack. Matte, shiny. Not so shiny though, but shinier. So here it is, titanium anodizing rack. Everything is titanium on it, even the screws. And why titanium? Because titanium doesn't get anodized, only changes the color. Or people say it's anodized, but it's still it's conductive, so it doesn't build the insulating oxide as the aluminium does, which after one anodizing you have to sand all of the contacts, but with the titanium you don't have to do that. So I'm gonna put that plate on it. Oopsie, fuck, did I scratch it? Shit, I scratched it. Okay, fixed. So I'm gonna try to put it again, this time the other way, because I don't care for the bottom side. And now the other part. How to put that thing in? Like this. Yep, sits pretty well, I would say. Here is my laptop screen, and I'm gonna check the properties of the big plate, and it's 1,000 square centimeters. So I have 1,000 here, and then I have a body, which properties it's 178 square centimeters. And now I open anodizing calculator, English, metric, 1,200 square centimeters, calculate, and I will need 7.7 amps over 2 hours, and the peak voltage gonna be 15 volts. So because I have lots of titanium as a fixture, so that thing gonna go up, so I'm gonna put it on 10 amps, so 2.5 amp more. In that tank I have a caustic soda, which I'm gonna submerge this thing for a while. I think I will keep it there for like, I don't know, half an hour to give it a good clean. Okay, that's more or less 15 minutes in caustic soda. Let's see how it looks, and I guess it will look very ugly. Yes, it does. It's horrible. And I guess you would ask me why I would do something like that. Well, the answer is quite simple. Just to put it into the nitric acid. And I hope you'll be able to see it, because it's gonna be pretty amazing. I guess some people call it desmut. Let's see. And the gun comes off quite easily. I guess I will have to put it back for a while. It's quite amazing, eh? I'll leave it there for a while, just to be sure nothing left. Okay, that was 5 minutes in it. Now give it a clean. I'm using distilled water, by the way. Every process from now on is using distilled water, otherwise it won't anodize. Or I mean, it will anodize, but it will leave some nasty spots and stuff like that. Jesus, that thing, it barely works. Okay, and now I'm gonna give it a soak in distilled water. This is the tank with the distilled water. And I'm gonna wash it. Those tanks are 100 liters, but I filled them up to like what, 70, 80. Okie dokie. That's good. Now I'm gonna move the camera into the anodizing. So here it's my anodizing bath. Because I'm anodizing kind of big parts, I have to have it in the fridge or a freezer. And recently I've been anodizing really big stuff. Okie dokie. That's in. Looks good. And here I have my clamp, but first I have to turn on the power supply. Okay, so here's my power supply. So I put the voltage all up, and then I slowly start increasing the amperage, and that's called ramping up. So I'm gonna be ramping the amperage according to the voltage. So when the voltage gonna stop rising or slow down, I will increase the amperage. You see, it's kind of slowing down. Yeah, no. That's pretty slow now. I'm gonna ramp it up so it goes quick. And now it's slower. And up again. So now I see the numbers are going really fast up. And now it's slower. And again. And I will go to 10 amps. On the calculator it was 15 volts, but because I'm doing a hard anodizing, the temperature of acid is close to 0 degrees or -1, 2, something like that. That's why the voltage has to be way higher. Somewhere there. you see the bubbles from the cathode are going up, the bubbles from anode are going up as well. And I'm gonna close it now, but I don't want to close it completely because there is some substantial amount of hydrogen are being produced, so I don't want that thing to explode, so that's why I'm gonna use the bolt to leave the gap in the fridge. Yeah, so here I have a gap, and all the hydrogen, because it's very light, can escape, and I don't care. Haven't had an explosion happen before, so I don't expect it's gonna happen anytime soon. As long as you don't close it completely, obviously. Okay, it's 2 hours later, and let's see, it's 6 degrees, so it went up from -2 to 8 over the period of 2 hours. And the voltage now it's 26 on 10 amps, so I'm gonna turn it off. Yep, all off, power off, detach the clamp, and let's see how it looks. So the color slightly changed, as you can see. Why so? It happened because there's a 6061 and that's 6060 aluminium, and they die on the different colors. Actually, that's no color, that's just the natural anodizing. That one is hard anodized, that one is hard anodized as well, but it doesn't change the color as much as the 6061. Okay, I'm gonna flush it a bit. And dip it in distilled water. You have to clean it very well, otherwise all sorts of strange things might happen, like bad finish and stuff. So in this tank I have another distilled water, but that one is a dirty one. I'm using it after the color. So that's the bucket with the black dye, and it's at 54 degrees currently. So I'm gonna pull the stuff from distilled water, and I'm gonna put it into a dye. Okay. I'm gonna stir it a bit. It's already getting something, and that will be sitting here for 10 minutes later, and I'm gonna wash it off mostly. You don't want to let it dry because then it picks some stuff from the air. Just gonna dunk it straight into distilled water. Okay, so I will let it sit for, I don't know, 3 minutes. that's preheated. It shows 65 but it's 80, so now I'm gonna drop it in and leave it like that and give it 20 minutes. Sealing is done in nickel acetate, and it's pretty nasty because it's mildly toxic and mildly carcinogenic. So for this, I'm gonna be using this. It's time to pull it off, and I'm gonna drop it directly to the dirty water, deionized or distilled. Okey-dokey. That's it. And yeah, I'm gonna wash it off. I can take it off now. I'm gonna wash it off and dry. Okay, so here it is after anodizing and drying. It's done. And that's the other part. It's quite black, I have to say, and quite matte, except that part, which I haven't touched. It's just after machining as it was. And now I will put the number, so I know into which slot on the CNC that drawer goes, and it will look way cooler. Here we are at my old good laser, and let's press start. So here it is, all the drawers, and I can slide them very easily now. So I have that notch which goes over that notch over here, and here I have those two ridges which goes under the acrylic, and it works pretty well. And now this thing is made pretty solid, and I can slide them back and forth as many times I want, quite easily, I would say. Just quick. And it's all locked and ready to go. And the drawer is just a bit lower than the chamfer of the vise, so I can put the parallels on the vise without, you know, touching the drawer, and then the water can flow over and the chips shouldn't stuck. That's the concept, at least. So here are the old drawers in.